Welcome to session 11 of our module Reconnaissance or Information Gathering. In this session, we'll be covering three different command line interface tools like Recon-ng, the Harvester, and ReconSpider. These three are one of the best corporate graded security tools which are used for gathering information about the targets. Major of the organization uses these three tools for performing their whole search, their whole intel gathering on the basis of these three tools. So let's start with. So Recon-ng is one of the famous command line interface tool where all of the things are being kept on the marketplace. So the ultimate thing with Recon-ng is you need to download the modules from marketplace, load it and install it. But first we need to grab information how we can actually use Recon-ng. So let's fire up our terminal in Kali Linux. Let's become sudo space su, that is the super user, and with the password, and I'm a super user here. So let's go for recon-ng and hit enter key. So it's a framework. As soon as you're going to start with it or fire it up, it's going to show you no modules enabled and listed, and it's going to show you recon-ng default, which means nothing has been loaded over here. So Recon-ng has a repository, just like we have a GitHub as repository for different tools. Recon-ng have repository for different modules named as marketplace. Whenever we need to use a specific module, we need to search that module on marketplace. We need to download it, we need to install it, and we need to use it. So let's search for marketplace space search space, let's search for GitHub. So it's going to give me the result on the basis of this specific word searching. If there is a word GitHub present inside the module name, it's going to give me all those modules. So here we have got 6 different modules which are having the name GitHub over here. They all say their status is not installed, which means they are still online but haven't been downloaded in my system nor been installed inside my Recon. Then apart from it, the last 2 columns are pretty much important. When you will find D with an asterisk over here, it means there is a dependency for this module. And if you will be seeing K with an asterisk, which means this module, this specific module needs certain API keys. Now let's try to search some information about some of our targets. Let's say I want to go for resolving the hosts, or I want to search about different sites or certain subdomains which are present for a specific domain. So let's go for marketplace search Google_site and hit enter. So it says there is this one module over here, recon domain -hosts Google_site_web. I need to check the information of this whole module. So I just need to copy the whole path of the module and search the marketplace for info for this specific module over here and hit the enter key. So it's gonna give you the description of it, that is harvests host from google.com by using site search operator, updates the host table with the results. So you can actually go for using this module for searching all of the subdomains most possibly, and then you can update it inside the table, that is the host table, which is by default present. So by the way, if you're going to perform any kind of search in or any kind of recon or information gathering using Recon-ng, its database table will automatically be updated. So let's try to use it. For using this specific module, I need to go for marketplace, install the specific module and hit enter. It says module has been installed. Now once installed, instead of using the marketplace, I will be using the keyword modules. Let's go for modules space load and the specific whole path of my module. So this module is going to get loaded over here. Now once it's loaded over here, you will be able to see the name Google_site_web. I want to check out what options I do have. So I am just going to type in options and hit the enter key. Sorry, I need to type in for info for grabbing the information. So here we are getting like we need to provide the source here. For providing the source, I need to use another command just as set options source. I need to give my target domain. Let's go for cisco.com. Options set source cisco.com, and my source has been set. If you're just going to put info over here, it's going to show you the source as cisco.com. Now ultimate thing is I just need to type in the command that is run. It will be searching Google for providing certain hosts or for searching certain hosts according to google.com, and I will be able to grab all of the information from it. That is almost all possible subdomains I will be able to see here. Let's wait for a couple of seconds and I will be able to grab all of the information. And yes, I got 59 results over here. So I can just check out by typing back show hosts, and here inside the whole database table you will be able to see all the subdomains present over here, though it has been blocked by Google CAPTCHA. So instead of using this thing, I can also use Bing. Rather than searching on Google, I could use Bing search engine. So I can just go for marketplace search Bing, and here it is Bing underscore domain underscore web. Let's search for the info, the whole path of the module. It says harvest host from bing.com using the site operator. So let's install it. So instead of info, I just need to give it the keyword install and hit the enter key. Now let's load it with the help of module space load and paste the whole module path. So again, I have loaded an install module, that is recon domains hyphen hosts bing underscore domain underscore web. There what we actually need to go for, let's check out for the info, and again we need to set the source over here. So let's options set source to cisco.com and type the magic word run and hit the enter. So it will be adding more hosts if found out on Bing apart from those hosts which are present inside the host table. So let's wait for a few seconds and our result will be right in front of our eyes. And it says 57 new hosts have been added to the host table. And let's go ahead and check out what 57 new hosts have been added. Again, I will be typing the command back and I will be going for show hosts. And right now we are having 116 working subdomains for our target cisco.com. No, it's not the only thing which you can do. There are so many things which you can go for using this Recon-ng. Now there are modules which can help you in resolving the IP address of these whole domains. So let's search for in the marketplace, search resolve. Oh, sorry, my bad. And where here we have got recon hosts hyphen host resolve. Let's search for the information of this module. Marketplace info and the whole module. It says resolve the IP address for a host, updates the host table with the result. So let's install it. Marketplace install the whole module. Once installed, I can go for modules space load space the name of the whole module, hit enter. So what this module is going to do is this module will be running the resolution from the host table itself. So here the source will be the host table. So I just need to type run over here. So it will be digging all the possible IPs for every domain or every subdomain which is present inside my host table and will be storing again back to the host tables. And see, it has given us total 106 queries or entries inside the database, which says they all are related to the host, that is the IP address, which has been just resolved by our tool itself. So we can go and look into the host table just by typing the command show hosts. And here there are total of 222 IPs are present over here. So one domain, there is a possibility could have multiple IP addresses. So that's how you can resolve the IP addresses. You can actually search for vulnerabilities, a specific vulnerability named as XSS inside a specific web application or a specific website. So we can actually go for back marketplace space search XSS. XSS. So here I am getting this whole in module. So what I can do is I can just check out for the information over the marketplace info for this specific module, and it says check XSS for XSS record associated with a domain and display for the first 20 result. Let's install it. Instead of info, I will be just changing the keyword install and hit the enter key. So it's gonna take a couple of seconds. Okay, it's been installed. I can use modules for loading our XSS module over here. I can just go for the keyword info and it says to provide the source over here. So what I can go for is options, set source to cisco.com, hit enter, and I can use the magical word as run. So it's going to find out the XSS in the records of XSS and will be displaying me the whole result over here. and it still gives the status whether it's fixed or unfixed. So never completely rely on these automated tools. You just need to go for a manual testing of these accesses by opening the link inside the URL. So sometimes they can give you, it's a possibility that they can give you a false positive result as well. So better option is open the link inside the browser and test for yourself. Same way, I can go for a specific domain, that is testphp.vulnweb.com, and type the magical word run. So that's another domain. It says no vulnerabilities found for testphp for vulnweb.com. Just type back, go for show vulnerabilities. So it's going to show you inside the table the whole vulnerabilities present inside the whole database of recon-ng. So that's how you can actually use a recon-ng for different modules. Now I want to install each and every single module which is present in the marketplace in my system. So not every time I need to look out for the marketplace and again install modules one by one. You can go for marketplace install all. So it will be installing all the possible modules which are present on the marketplace, that is on the repository of Recon-ng. As you can see, all different modules are being getting installed from the marketplace of Recon-ng, but at the end it's gonna give you certain red lines. So most of the time people think those are the error messages, but no, they are not the error messages, they are the warnings. So let's wait. And yes, I was talking about all these lines over here. So the thing is, the sometimes people always think them as a error messages, but no, they are just the warning about the some specific modules. Like these modules requires some API keys. Now all of these API keys are pretty much easy to find out. You just need to open your browser and log into your account over those specific search engines, and it will be pretty much easy for you to find out the API keys and work upon all these modules. Without API keys, those modules are not going to work. So it's pretty much easy to load the API keys inside the file of Recon-ng or inside the database of Recon-ng. So let's try to go for Shodan's API key or any of the API key. But Shodan's API key is easy to find. So it says Shodan API key not set. Shodan underscore net module will likely fail at runtime. See key adds. If I just need to go for key space adds, hit enter, it says invalid command. So let's type key underscore add, it says again wrong command. So let's type the help command. So it says keys, and it says to add, to list, or to remove. Let's list all of those keys and see these are all the API keys you require. So what I can do is I will be just showing you the Shodan underscore API key, how you can actually add Shodan API key. So let's log into shodan.io. So I'll be using my own personal Gmail account for logging into the showdowns. And let's go to the account over here on the right hand side, and the very first thing you will be finding is API key. Let's copy those API keys and add it. Let's go for keys space add showdown underscore API, give it a space and paste the whole API. It says showdown API added. Now you can again go for keys space list, and this time you will be having the showdown's API key quite present over here. Same way, you can go for registering yourself to Hunter API. You can use pawn list underscore API. You can use spicy API, Twitter API, and so on. You could use all of these API. So let's go for one more, that is binary edge underscore API. So I am pausing this thing so that I could load out my API key. Unlike Showdown, I will be able to find out my API key. Of more API tokens over here. So let's go for key space list. And you will be able to see I have gone for Showdown, I have gone for binary edge, I have gone for Hunter IO. You can search for the module space search. Let's go for certain modules based upon Hunter. It says there is domain contacts from hunter.io. You can use, let's say, module space load recon/domains contacts from hunter underscore io. You can go for info and check out all the information. You just need to provide the source over here, that is for what source you are looking for the contacts. You can use any source and you can perform the searches in the same manner like we have done the searches from Recon-ng in the previous couple of modules. The second tool in our list of today's session is named as the harvester. The harvester is one of the corporate graded tool which is again used for performing information gathering from various resources. It is pre-installed in Kali Linux, so you can just type the harvester and hit the enter key. So it's gonna give you all of the listed menu, or you can just go for the harvester help. So it's going to give you the all helping menus or the parameters. You can go through it. So it's based upon different source and search engines or bots which we can use it for performing information gathering. Let's say I want to use the harvester over a domain, that is -d over cisco.com, and I am saying -n limit, that is should be 300. I am just asking it to give me 300 results of our specific domain, and I am using a search engine. For instance, I am using Google and hit enter. So it's going to give me certain specific result based upon the Google searches. Same way, you can use all different types of search engine over here like Anubis, Baidu, Bing, Binary Edge, Bing API, Buffer Overrun, Census, Search Spotter, Search SH. So we can give all those search engines over here, all those bots over here to just find the information. It says search engine Google, no API found. I can just switch my target from Google to Bing, and let's see, it says no information has been found. Let's try to change the domain. Excuse me. So let's go for oyorooms.com. Over Bing, I didn't found anything, but what I can go for is I can go for Google search. And let's wait for the information for it to generate. Though this will work better if we will be providing any API keys to it. So without API keys or without launching the API keys, we won't be able to find exact specific result for the same. So it says no IP found, no email address found. So let's try to give it www.oyorooms.com and let's try see whether we'll be getting on a specific subdomain of oyorooms.com, that is www.oyorooms.com. As again I am saying, it will work better when we will be providing it certain API keys to it. That's why it's taking so much amount of time just for generating the results over here. So the question comes where we could find the API keys, or I can also run or try to run without API keys. Let's show you, like if I'm just gonna provide it -b space all, it's gonna give me certain error because it says missing API key for Intel X, missing API key. So due to this information, or due to this, there will be a lack of result. So we need to provide the API key for each and everything over here. So let's try to input all the API keys or certain API keys. Let's go for locate. Okay, I know where it is present, that is cd space slash etc the harvester and list over here. So you can see api-keys.yaml. If you will be opening that file cat api-keys.yaml, you will see it's completely blank. So I need to provide the API keys for it so that I could grab the information out of it. So again, it's easy to grab the API keys for certain search engines like Shodan, Zoom I, Intel X, Hunter. So let's give the certain API keys to it and it will be easy for us to perform the result. So I am pausing here for a while so that I could input my API keys inside the harvester. The API keys to my harvester. Let's save it and let's try to find out the information about certain specific domain. Let's search for, this time I will be using information about from Shodan and hit the enter key. So it says invalid source. Okay, so let's try to go for Intel X and let's wait for the result to pop out. Moreover, what people do is they, after inputting all of the APIs, they will be using the all search engine. It says, can you see all those email addresses are from Intel X which we received, and these are from the employees of oyorooms.com. Same way you can search for further more information like this from the different search engines over here, and I can bet you can directly go with after inputting all of the API keys, you can directly go with all, and here you will be able to get all of the information about certain specific domain, and depending upon the API keys which we have entered, you will be able to grab all of the information here. So I haven't entered all of the APIs. I have just entered only a couple of API keys inside my API file, and let's see what information it's going to give me. Excuse me. Excuse me again. though it's going to take its own time for it to grab hold of the information out of those search engine, because it's an intense search which we have just performed. So likewise, you can go out and find different information about different subdomains which are quite present here and can be used for gathering further more information about any of these domains. So same way you can just go for different subdomains, different domains, different search engines, different bots, just to gather the information out of the harvester. So I'm terminating the harvester right here, so it's going to take a huge amount of time, and let's proceed towards other further information using our third tool of the R. Of the R is ReconSpider. So it's not a pre-installed tool. We need to fetch the repository from GitHub for this tool, and we need to install this tool. Let's search for ReconSpider GitHub. So I already have a link for the ReconSpider over here, and I will be using this ReconSpider's repository for installing ReconSpider in our system. So we need to begin with it. So let's copy the URL from the GitHub and let's go for git clone, or I can directly just paste the command over here which I had just copied from GitHub, that is git clone space URL of the reconspider.git. So it's going to download and fetch and pull the repositories information inside the system, and it's going to download all these files to my system itself. From those files, first I will be installing all of the requirements which are quite required for us to run ReconSpider, and then we'll be installing the ReconSpider. Don't mistake it, git clone will be cloning and copying the information from GitHub repository to your system. It's not going to install it, we need to install it manually. So it says 24% of the files have been received. Let's wait for a minute or two so that it could download and clone each and every file of ReconSpider into the system. Again, the downloading depends upon your internet speed, how good your internet speed is. And yes, we are able to download the files or the from the repository itself. Now what we need to do is we need to install python 3's pip. So you can just check out by typing pip if it's already installed. If not, just type pip and hit the enter key. Your apt will install it for you. So press Y, so it says 3702 kilobytes of data will be installed inside your system for installing pip. Once we are done with the pip, we'll be installing certain dependencies from the file that is named as setup.py. Let's go for cd space reconspider, do a ls, and it says here the file is setup.py, which is having all of our dependencies which we need to install. So let's go for python 3 space setup.py space install. and hit the enter key. So it's for sure gonna take couple of minutes for installing all of the files which are required for us for executing and installing the pip, for executing and installing the ReconSpider here. Okay, perfect. So everything has been successfully finished and executed. Now, once we are done with installation, we can just set up our database if we want to. It's though not mandatory to work for this thing. So next thing is I can directly execute my ReconSpider. Let's do a ls and it says reconspider.py. Let's use python 3 for reconspider.py to execute. So it's here reconspider.py. It says select 0 to 13 to select the option. So I need to select the number, that is IP to enumerate from information from IP address, domain, gather information about the given domain. The information out of these numbers over here range from 0 to 13. Depending upon what sort of information you are looking for, you can just go ahead and search out for different information from the given number over here. So depending upon the requirement to requirement, you can actually go ahead and search for all of these numbers which are present here inside your spider recon. So that's how you can gather different information, that's how you can gather different IP address, that's how you can gather the information about certain domains or even the IP address, depending upon what's the information given prior to the target. So I hope everything has been cleared and you might have enjoyed the whole session. Hope to see you next time and with more tools and applications like this, from where we can actually search the real life information or the real time information gathering can be proceeded. Thank you. Have a very nice day.